Namaste children, how are you? I hope you all have joined the MS team. Children, now you have to submit your homework in MS team in the assignment section, where once I give you the homework, you will view the assignment, and once you click on that, you will add your work in your combined group of 6 ABC and handed in your work. You will add the image and you will hand it in. Okay. Don't post or chat. Don't post your homework in the post section or in the chatting section. Just send your homework in the assignment section only. Okay, children? Now, today we will be doing the long questions of chapter 12. First question is, how did Magad emerge as the most powerful Mahajanapada? Explain. So, for that you come to page number 102. This is your page number 102, where you will come across the fourth paragraph. Fourth paragraph, how did Magad emerge as the most powerful Mahajanapadas? Explain. The Magad, from here you will start. This is your E part of the answer. Okay. Come to page number 102. The Magad emerged as the most powerful Mahajanapada as it conquered the territories of Mahajanapadas. And how did it emerge? You will write here, matrimonial alliances with daughters of other rulers was also a step towards expanding power, along with, here you will write, along with matrimonial alliances with daughters of other rulers was also a step towards expanding power, along with expansion of territories through conquest. Through conquest. So from where you will write the first part? From here. First of all, you will start from here. This is E1, expanding power. This is your E1. Then you will also add the expansion of territories through conquest was also followed. The expansion of their territories through conquest was also followed. Is it clear, children? First you will write this, and then after that you will come here. Is it clear? Now we come to the next part. That is the next question. The next question is, highlight any 4 features of the Ghana Sangh or Republic that existed in 600 to 100 BCE. BCE means that is before CE, Common Era, before Common Era. That means before the birth of Christ. That's why it is going backwards, 600 to 100 BCE. 4 features of Ghana Sangh you have to explain. So come to page number 103. You will come to page number here 103. Page 103. This is your E2 answer. You have to write in points. First you will write, first point you will write, this is your first point. The kingdoms, few kingdoms where the king was chosen by the people. This is your first point, right? Second point, the office of the ruler was not hereditary. This is the second feature. Third feature, there was an assembly in each republic. And the fourth point, you will write, the king or the Raja was its head. So you are going to write the 4 points. For E2 question, there are 4 points. This is your first point. The office of the ruler was not hereditary. This is second point. Third, there was an assembly in each republic. And fourth, the Raja or the king was its head. Is it clear, children? Next is third question. Explain the administrative system of the Magadh rulers. So for that you come to page number 103 and 104. So for that you come to page number here 103. This is for E3 answer. So you have to mention the administrative system. You will write from here, not the whole paragraph you have to write. King was the supreme head of the state. He was also the head of the army and led the wars and regarded as, here you will write, and regarded as God among the people. There were many officials to assist him in discharging his duties called Mahamatras. Okay. Then you will write you come to next page. The selection of officials in page number 103, again you will get this answer. The selection of the officials was made by the council in the republic. The king had a powerful and disciplined army comprising of infantry, cavalry, war elephants and chariots. Is it clear, children? So let me tell you again. King was the supreme head of the state. This is for your E3 answer. This is E3 answer. King was the supreme head of the state. He was the head of the army and led the war and regarded as god among the people. There were many officials to assist him in discharging his duties, called Mahamatras. Then you come to next page. The selection of officials was made by the council in the republic, and the king had a powerful and disciplined army comprising of infantry, cavalry, war elephants and chariots. Okay, so this is for answer number 3. Next is, what was the socio-economic condition of the people under the Mughal Empire? Social condition you will write different. You will come for the E4 answer, you will come to page number E. This is E4 answer, and page number is 104. For social condition, you will write separately. You will give the heading and write the social condition. Then you will give the heading economic condition and write. First you will write economic condition, change the paragraph, and then put an underline here and write economic condition. So this is E4 answer. This is also E4 answer. Okay. For social condition you will write, the society was based on Varna system, that is Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras, which form the foundation of society. The Kshatriyas were considered better than Brahmins. Vaishyas were called Gripatis, who followed agriculture, cattle rearing and trade. Varna was based on birth and not on work. Women occupied a prestigious place in the society. So up to here you will write for social condition. I have put a bracket there. You can see from where to where you have to write. I am repeating again the social condition. Society was based on Varna system, that is Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, which form the foundation of society. Kshatriyas was considered better than Brahmins. Vaishyas were Gripatis, who followed agriculture, cattle rearing and trade. Varna was based on birth, not on work, and women occupied a prestigious place in the society. Okay, now you come to economic condition. This is also for E4 answer only. Okay, this is under the next heading, economic condition. The main occupation of the people were cattle rearing and agriculture. Tiller was considered to be the owner of land that he cultivated. The land revenue was charged from 1/12 to 1/6 of the total produce. There were many other professions also, like jewelry making, weaving, carpentry, etc. Up to here. This is for your economic condition. From here to here you will write, and again you will write from here. Clear? Now you come to the last question. Describe the Varna system. How did it start? What is its present position in India today? Describe the Varna system. Again you have to come to social condition. Describe the Varna system. How did it start? For that, again you come to page number 104. You have to come to page number 104. Here you will, from here you will write, this is your E5 answer. Okay, E5 answer. Varna system, the society was based on Varna system, Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, which form the foundation of society. Then you will write, the duty of the Shudras was to serve the other three classes of the people. The Varna was based on birth and not on work. Now the next part is, how did it start? How did it start? Then you have to write little bit from the previous lesson, that is chapter 11. From there you have to write how did it start. You will write this. This is your first part. This is E5 part 1 answer, right? For the second part, you will write from here. I am writing here how did it start. You will write it started in later Vedic period. How did it start? You will write, you will take the help from chapter, that is your 11, that is Vedic Iron Age. From there you will take some help. It started in later Vedic period. But, and what you will write for this present position in India today? You will write nowadays. For this you have to write down. The next question is, what is its present position in the India today? For that you will write, in the present position, in the present day in India, there is no Varna system. That is, Varna is not for this present position. You will write, in the present in India there is no Varna system, that is Varnas is not based. Children, I have to write it here so that you can understand. In the present position, Varnas is not based on birth. And everybody is equal. So children, this is the answer for E5, third part of the answer. What is its present position in India today? Okay, this is the third part of E5 answer. Second part also I have given you. How did it started? It started in later Vedic period. And describe the Varna system. You will write that the society was based on Varna system, that is Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras, and Varnas were based on birth, not on work, for the first part. So I have explained all this E part. Please follow the video carefully. And children, one thing more, when there is a 3-part answer, please change the paragraph and write the answer. Change the paragraph and then write the answer, so that it will be easy for you to understand the different answer for different part. Okay. Otherwise, if you mix it, it will be very difficult for you. to memorize also, to recall also. So children, please go through the video carefully and write down the answer and send your homework in the MS Team in the assignment section. This is your to do e-part. To do e-part, and please send the homework in assignment section in MS Team. Don't post the homework. Thank you, children.